Here in Denmark, we have a saying. To make soup from a sausage peg. That's this. The little stick on the scrunched up bit left over at the end. But what does this saying mean? Well now, who better to ask than the mice? For our leftovers are their feasts. And it just so happens they're having their annual banquet tonight.
Well now, Miss Kitchen Mouse. Mouldy bread, rancid bacon rind, and cow's milk 3 weeks sour? Another excellent feast. And another huge sausage end, with a sausage peg too. Wherever did you get it from?
Oh, just an old storyteller friend, Your Highness.
No one too close, I hope. For after tonight's spread, I've a good mind to marry you.
Oh.
If you were a princess, I mean.
Talking of which, dear, it really is time you chose between these 3 eligible princesses. That is why I invited them here after all.
Look, can't we talk about something else, Mother?
I'm sorry, dear. You really must choose this year. Or stand down as king. You know the mouse rules.
Oh, very well. Respected rodents and venerable vermin, I have decided to choose who will be my queen by holding a contest. You all know the saying, soup from a sausage peg. Well, whosoever shall go out into the world and bring me back the recipe for this fabled soup shall be my bride. And according to our ancient law scrolls, all royal contests must be made open to everyone, whether highborn, common, or field mouse. Correct, Princess?
Yes, sir. That is the law, but...
Very well. Then I declare this contest open.
Oh.
So, ladies, who's first?
Oh, I am... Bye.
And so, the first mouse princess headed north, in search of the recipe the Mouse King had requested.
I am looking for a recipe because I want to make some soup out of a sausage peg.
Ah, soup, you see? From a sausage peg like this one, you see?
Garn! Never heard the like. Not round these parts. No how.
Oh.
Good moon to you, strange lady mouse.
Ooh.
I say, that happens to be just the thing we're looking for. Can we have it?
My sausage peg? Well, Well, I do need it for my special quest, but I'll lend it to you if you like. Oh. The dew is made.
Good Miss Mouse. You have shown us kindness, so we have it within our power to grant you a wish.
Oh, I desire only to know the secret of making soup from my sausage peg.
But we've just shown you. We took your humble peg from the end of some sausage and used it to make something wonderful. That's what soup from a sausage peg means.
But I was hoping for a recipe for the soup itself.
Ooh. Look, I really must fly, but just so you don't go home completely empty-handed. Bye-bye, Miss Mouse. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Days passed, and the first Mouse Princess made her way back to the Mouse King court.
And so I could find no such recipe, Your Majesty. I may not be able to get soup from a sausage peg, but look what I can do!
Violets! I'm allergic to violets!
Oh!
Next!
Not knowing where to start, the second princess did the sensible thing and went to ask her wise old grandmother.
Soup from a sausage peg, eh? Then become a poet, dear. For poets cook up all kinds of food for thought out of the tiniest crumbs of ideas.
A poet? But how, Grandmother?
Wisdom, imagination, and feeling. Go out into the world and get those into you, dear, and you'll be on your way.
Then a poet I shall be.
Now go to the ant. Consider her ways and be wise.
You have come to the right place, Princess Mouse. For we ants are indeed the wisest, best organised creatures of all. See that clumsy oaf there? No one will help him because every ant is taught to think of two things only. Himself and how best to do exactly as I say.
So, who do I go to if I want to get the most wisdom into me?
Why, me, of course. For I am the source of all wisdom round here.
I see. Well, thanks very much. Wisdom tastes a bit like chicken.
Having gotten wisdom into her, the princess now went to the wood nymph in search of imagination.
Plucked from the wing of my fantasy friend, imagination himself, a poet's quill.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
And then lastly, to literally get feeling into her, she went back to the library, where she devoured every romantic novel.
First few chapters were great, but the ending needed more salt.
Eventually, she returned to the Mouse King's court.
And so, Your Majesty, the secret of getting soup from a sausage peg is me! For I am now a special poet. And I can cook up beautiful stories and songs. Thusly.
Next!
And so, the third mouse princess travelled to the other side of town.
Now, children, you're not starving. I fed you all earlier, so stop making so much soup out of a sausage peg.
Soup out of a sausage peg?
And so, she climbed up to find out more.
Hello? Did someone up here mention making soup from a sausage peg?
Well, hello there. I'm an owl. My children and I eat moles, voles, shrews, and mice.
Well, isn't that a coincidence? Because I'm a very rare kind of owl-eating mouse.
Well, I don't swallow that for one moment, Miss Mouse. But I admire your spirit. Come on in and meet the children. In you go.
Oh!
So the mouse helped the owl train her children for life in the outside world.
Oh! That tickles!
No, children. Pounce with your feet, then peck with your beaks.
And in return, the owl told the mouse all she needed to know about making soup from a sausage peg. Back at the mouse court, the third princess told the king all she had learnt.
And so, Your Majesty, the truth is, no such actual recipe exists. It's just a saying, meaning everything and nothing, depending on how you use it.
Which means, dear, this whole contest itself has been soup from a sausage peg. So, you must choose a bride now, or stand down as king.
Very well, Mother. Well, I suppose I could use someone to do my paperwork for me.
Wait, Your Majesty. She's wrong. There is a recipe, and I know it.
You do, Miss Kitchen Mouse? Phew. Then by all means, show us.
In fact, there's only 3 ingredients to it, sire. The first is boiling water. The second, of course, is a sausage peg.
And the third? Well, child, out with it.
Royal mousetail, ma'am.
Oh!
You just stick your tail into the boiling water, keep swishing it round for an hour or so, and it makes the most delicious soup known to mousekind.
And you're sure it has to be royal mousetail?
Oh, yes, Your Highness. Only yours or the Queen Mother's will do.
Oh! Well, I, for one, am prepared to take her word for it. How about you, Mother?
Yes, well, we only wanted to know what the recipe is, didn't we? We don't have to taste it.
My thinking exactly, Mother. Which means Miss Kitchen Mouse has won the contest. Well, clever Miss Kitchen Mouse, will you be my queen?
Gladly, sire.
Mwah!
And the king married the kitchen mouse. And to this very day, mice the world over still argue about how this sausage peg soup might actually taste. Which is all a bit of a soup from a sausage peg in itself, don't you think? I've told you so many stories, but have you ever wondered where these stories actually come from? Well, the story I'm going to tell you today is a story about a story. and how that story came to be. It's all quite simple, really. You see, stories can come from the tiniest little thing.
All right, ladies, bedtime. Come on, Nick, come on.
Yeah.
Last one back in the coop's a rotten egg. Rotten egg, get it?
He thinks he's so funny. There goes another one. Funny how that works.
Oh!
With each feather I pluck, I get more beautiful.
What was that she said? Someone up above plucks out her feathers so she can be beautiful? Oh, that's just, of all the things, has she no shame? Lucy, wake up!
It's not Easter again, is it? I can't. Oh, dearie me, Gertie, what? What on earth is it?
I've got the most appalling thing to tell you.
Oh, what is it? Tell me.
Well, I'm not going to mention any names. You can probably guess anyway.
Ready for your good night story? All cuddled in and...
But one of the hens here intends to pluck out all her feathers, just so she can look better for, you know, him, the rooster. Well, I tell you, if I were him, you know, him, the rooster, I would find this the height of outrage. I would just find it so scandalous.
What is it, dear?
Oh,
What's going on?
Did you hear what the chickens just said? I heard it with my own ears, and if these hadn't served me so well this far, I'd surely doubt them.
Well, what is it that's so amazing?
Apparently one of the chickens has gone berserk.
Berserk?
That's right, berserk.
How so?
She has so completely forgotten what it is to be a hen that she's plucked out all her feathers, so that the rooster can see her in all her goose pimples.
Ooh, good heavens, Martha. Not in front of the little ones. They shouldn't hear such things.
Of course, I'm sorry. But this is terribly exciting news. I have to tell someone. I'll be back.
That is such an amazing story.
I know. It's simply unbelievable. Wait. We're not going to eat you.
Have you heard? Have you heard? Twoo! There's this raving mad hen who lost her head and has plucked out all her feathers.
Just so she can show off her pimply body for the rooster.
And now she's bound to freeze to death.
If she is not frozen already. Twoo!
A ready frozen chicken?
Where? Right there in the next farm. I have as good as seen it myself.
It is almost unbecoming to tell the story.
But we feel obligated to pass it on.
If only as a warning to others.
Indeed.
Hey, chickens! You have to hear this. There's a chicken. Actually, I heard there were two who've plucked out all their feathers just so they could attract the rooster.
Yes? So what?
Well, it's very dangerous if you think about it, because you can easily catch a cold and die from fever.
Oh, yes!
Yes, and that's why, as it happens, both of them are close to dying, all because of that stupid rooster.
Well, that does sound like a bit of news. And all because the rooster told them to pluck out all their feathers. It's tragic, I'll tell you. It's a scandal.
Well, that's unbelievable. Something must be done at once. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Wake up! Wake up! The most incredible thing has just happened. 5 chickens who were all in love with the same rooster plucked out all their feathers to impress him, and now they have all caught the most dreadful disease. And all because they wanted to impress this one rooster. This is a horrible story, but must not be kept a secret. Go and pass it on.
Pass it on. Pass it on.
Pass it on. Pass it on.
Pass it on. Pass it on. But wait, what did the rooster do then?
All night long, the story spread like wildfire, changing in the telling every time it was repeated.
Did you hear that crazy story about those chickens?
Oh, what about them?
Apparently a dozen of them went barking mad and ripped out all their feathers.
Oh, ready plucked chickens.
I know.
Makes my mouth water.
I'll say. But you know why they did it?
Apparently they did it to impress the rooster.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Chickens are strange.
Or maybe they just wanted to look more like us.
Like us? Then again, maybe they're not so strange after all.
So then, these chickens, it must have been over 30, all went up to the rooster.
And then what?
Well, they wanted to know which one of them the rooster prefers.
But do you know what the rooster did?
Go on, tell me.
The rooster turned around to them and...
What the rooster said was, while I appreciate all you've gone through, I'm afraid I won't pick any of you.
What? Why?
Because I prefer my chickens with their feathers still on them.
So then what did the chickens do?
Well, that's a whole other story. You see, then the chickens started to pluck out all their feathers.
You don't say! That is such an amazing story! I know! It's simply unbelievable. Even more so than the last one.
But no matter how far a story travels, it always comes right back to where it started.
I say, chicken, wake up!
What? What is it?
I have the most amazing story to tell you.
Wait! I've one for you too. There's a chicken here who intends to pluck out all her feathers just so she can...
That's nothing! Wait till you hear this one.
Oh,
No!
Wake up! Everyone! Something amazing has just happened! 96 hens have plucked out all their feathers to impress the rooster! And then, when the rooster turned his beak up at them all, they left the town in shame. So, now there are 96 of them. No! Over 100 even, all running around, stark giblet naked. Oh, the shame! Their poor families.
Even Emma, who had started everything with her little remark, didn't recognize the story it had become.
What an amazing story! And what a bunch of deranged chickens.
it's quite a story, all right. Really outrageous. I wonder if it's true.
It must be true. And everyone must hear this story as a warning. I'm going to make sure that this gets into all the papers all over the country.
And that is the story of how a story becomes a story. And, as it says here, in black and white, it's all quite true. The only suitors she ever met were the ones who suited her father.
Princess Hazel, it's been several whole minutes now since we first met.
Really? Seems more like hours.
And I already feel like I've known you all my life.
You do? You must be some kind of mind-reading genius, then.
I told you she'd like this one. See? She thinks he's a genius.
Princess Hazel, I hereby request your hand in marriage.
Does that mean the rest of me can stay single?
Look. This is the bit where you're supposed to say yes.
Ha! If you knew anything about me, you'd know I hardly ever do what I'm supposed to. In fact, I usually do the opposite.
Here she goes again.
So, tell me, what interests you so much in my hand?
Well, it's the hand of a princess, of course. And if I marry you, I get to be king when your daddy, pops his royal slippers.
Charming.
No! I told him not to say that.
Then, of course, there's all the land. This merger of resources, marriage, would increase my holdings tenfold.
Ooh, I'm even more of a bargain than I thought.
Well, she looks happy. She might just go for it after all.
Well, princess, so what's your answer? Will you marry me?
How can I put this? Not in 1,000,000,000 years! Not if you were the last man on Earth! Not for all the tea in China, nor the gold of 20 empires, not if the sky were swarming with pigs!
But pigs can't fly.
Precisely. Next!
I'll take that as a no, then.
Hazel. That's the fourth rich nobleman you've rejected this week. I mean, what on earth do you expect from these poor fellows?
That they see me as more than a way to get to be king, for starters.
But you're a royal princess. That's your main, selling point.
And it would help if they weren't all so boring. It's all, Your Highness this, and my lands that. It just sends me to sleep.
Oh, all right, head clerk. Who else have we got?
Who else? Who else? No. Afraid that's the lot, Your Majesty.
What?
There are no more suitable suitors left.
We're all out of noblemen and princes? But we can't be. That would mean we're down to...
That's right. Civilians.
Whatever. I'm going for a ride in the gardens.
His Majesty the King wishes it to be known that Her Highness Princess Hazel, having exhausted all other avenues and possibilities, will now entertain the advances of civilians. This next part's important. But only gentlemen who've been groomed and educated need apply. Oiks, oafs, and bumpkins will be thrown in the moat.
Well, I can read and write. First name, surname, the lot. And I can juggle rights.
Not a chance. Any of them. Oh. Right. Next town.
Opportunities like this come knocking only once in a lifetime, my sons.
Yes. Well, as regards being educated, I know the corporation laws like the back of my hand. Oh, oops.
And I know the last 3 years of the newspaper, by heart in Latin.
And let's not forget my embroidery. Women like a man with a sensitive side.
How can we lose? There'll be one of my sons on the throne by the end of the week.
But meanwhile, back at their family estate,
My head! That was fun! You come back here, William, you beardy weirdy! I want another go! Woohoo! Yeehaw!
Sons, this is a great day. I have nothing but the utmost confidence that you...
I'll teach that goat to show jump if it's the last thing I do. Right, William. You're in trouble now. Hello, Father. And where are you going, my brothers? I've never seen you so dressed up. No, with your hair so... funny looking.
We're going to the king's court as suitors to the king's daughter.
Didn't you hear the announcement that has been made all through the country?
Huh? Announcement? What announcement? Tell me. I must know at once. Oh, suit yourselves. Announcements are boring anyway.
The king is looking for a suitor for his daughter. And not just from the nobility this time. And one of my sons is going to win it. I feel it in my bones.
In your bones, you say? Very well, Father. Just for you, I'll give it a go.
Not you, you nincompoop. They want someone educated and refined.
Yes. How could she be interested in a fool like you?
We should get going.
Good luck, boys.
Goodbye, Father.
Farewell.
Lend me a horse too, Father. Go on. You're always saying it's time I settled down.
I meant in temperament.
Oh, please, Father, let me try, please. I would love to be a king. It would be such a hoot. But I need a horse. Yes, a horse. A horse for my kingdom.
Don't talk nonsense, boy. You have no learning, no style, no grace, no manners.
Yes. Dreadful, isn't it? I blame the parents.
You shall have no horse from me. Now, let that be an end on it.
Aha! My trusty steed awaits.
Brutus sic in actu. Ah, the classics. They don't write them like that anymore. Oh no, what does he want?
Coming through! Huh? Hey, look what I found.
Oh, a dead crow? Ugh. What are you going to do with that?
Why? Give it to the princess, of course.
The princess?
Yes. Well, it would be rude to ask for her hand in marriage without giving her a present first.
You? But look at you! The guards won't even let you in through the gates.
Especially not with a dead crow as an engagement gift. Me again. Look at what I found now. It's an old wooden shoe, and the upper part's missing. Isn't that the best thing you've ever seen?
You're not seriously going to give this to the princess as well?
I most certainly am. You never know when an old wooden shoe might come in handy, even for a king's daughter.
Come on, Eric. Let's ride on ahead, eh?
Yes, quick, before anyone thinks he's with us. So they want a race, do they? Hey, you two! Look what I found this time. Once the princess sees this, you can forget your fancy learning. She'll be mine on the spot. Mud?
You fool, Jack! Whoever heard of anyone giving mud to a princess?
Exactly. So how do you know she won't love it? Look, Jack, we're nearing the town now.
Yes, and we don't want you showing us up in front of all the nice, posh society people we'll be meeting.
So clear off! Those guys, always kidding.
Oh!
Get your numbers here to see the princess.
No! Here. Great. Well, at least there's some organization to this.
12,798?
What? We'll be here for days!
Don't worry. I hear she races through them at a pretty good pace. No one lasts for more than a minute or two. Then they're thrown in the moat.
Phew-wee. Well, that's good to know, eh?
Yes. Most comforting.
Well, the reason I don't really know anything is, well, I could never be bothered to do my schoolwork, so I just paid my tutor extra to do it all for me.
Wait, Father, don't you want to know what I think?
All right, darling. So, what do you think?
Oh. No. No, not the boat. This suit's a designer original.
Can I go now?
No, not yet. There are still many more suitors to be seen.
All right, but I'm getting hungry. I know. Chicken!
Oh, but darling, you know the smell of chicken makes me sneeze. And it brings me out in a rash.
Precisely. In fact, Chef, set your spit up here, next to my father's throne. If I have to suffer, then so will he.
Oh, but darling.
If I don't get my chicken, I'm not sitting through one more proposal.
Oh, yes. Sweet pea.
Our next contestant, Master Jan Landgreen. Among many other talents, he is a Latin scholar of some repute. Apparently.
Easy now, William, easy.
So, well, come on, say something classical then.
Do you ever say anything without saying first?
Hic some, ergo ad libitum est?
Right, that's it. Next.
No! Wait!
Go here! Go here!
No! Not the moat! Oh! How humiliating!
Master Eric Landgreen, brother of the preceding, and a connoisseur of the corporation laws.
Easy, William.
Stop! Never mind.
So, you know all about the corporation laws, do you?
Well, yes, but I specialize in council tax bookkeeping regulations. You wouldn't believe what a fascinating subject that is.
And you wouldn't believe how mind-bogglingly bored I am already.
And I'm good at embroidery, too.
Next.
No!
Go here!
Please! I'm afraid of heights, and I can't swim.
It's only a short way down.
Easy, boy, easy. Oh, hello there, brother. Hey, how did it go?
They threw Jan in the moat, and they're just about to do the same to me.
Well, we can't have that, can we? Come, take my hand and we'll ride on out of here.
Guards! Seize that goat-riding maniac!
Sorry, brother. When a goat got goats, a goat's got to
You'll never guess who I just met. Jack, riding round the royal court on his goat.
Ah, he'll be joining us shortly, no doubt.
Yeah.
Nice place you've got here. Sorry about demolishing it.
Guards! Guards! This man has trespassed on royal property without permission. Have him thrown in the moat at once, and roughly.
No! Guards! Leave him be.
Guards? I said arrest him!
And I said leave him alone. And your name is?
Oh, I'm sure you don't even know it. I don't think we've ever met before. Anyway, it's Jack.
Hazel.
Hazel?
Oh.
You some kind of nut, then? Only kidding. Whew, hot in here, isn't it?
Yes, we were just roasting some chickens.
Hey, that's lucky, 'cause I'm famished. Don't suppose you'd let me cook this dead crow I found?
Oh! By all means, if you really want to.
No need to worry about cooking utensils, mate. I found this ever so handy old wooden shoe. Hey, presto! My favorite dish. Crow shoe pie. Wait! It needs sauce. I know. The very thing. Good, thick, sloppy mud. Fresh from the roadside. Can't beat it.
You know what? You are funny.
So are you. Hey, fancy a dance?
Oh! Oh no! Look what you've done!
Oops. Still, eh? You look better like that. Hey, I just had a brilliant idea. Hop on. We're going for a ride. Hello, Eric. Hello, Jan.
Wasn't that?
Couldn't be.
Jack, you've swept me off my feet. Quite literally. So, I've made up my mind. I'm going to take you as my husband.
You are? I'd really like that. But no, hold it, wait, stop! You see, the thing is, I'm supposed to be marrying some princess or other. Wait a minute. The palace, the crown, the shiny floors. Hey, you're the princess, aren't you?
Did you hear that, Father? He didn't even know who I was. He loves me for myself.
Very well, my dear. Head clerk, make the necessary preparations for a royal wedding in the new year.
If we live that long.
So, in the end, the princess chose Jack, whom everyone had thought to be a fool. But what mattered most to her was Jack's simple honesty and sense of fun. And that, children, is a true story. Once upon a time, lived a prince who was good and fair, though his kingdom was small and poor.
Good morning, sire.
Oh, is it morning already? I've been working on my new invention all night.
The wind-powered plough, sire.
That's the one.
And may I inquire if your highness will be selling this invention? For money?
Of course not. I'll be giving it to my subjects to make their lives easier. Why would I want to sell it for money?
I wonder if your highness has given any more thought to marrying. It is your royal duty to find a bride who can be your queen. I have prepared a list of potential
Oh, no need. I've decided.
You have? Why, this is wonderful, sire.
I met her at the annual Imperial races last month.
The Princess Aurora, a superb choice, sire.
No, not her.
Ah, the Princess Celestine, an excellent liaison, sire.
The Imperial Princess?
The Imperial Princess? Are you mad, sire?
Our eyes met across the racecourse. My heart leapt. It was love at first sight.
It was indigestion, sire. You cannot be in love with the Imperial Princess. You can't afford it. She's incredibly rich. She's unbelievably sought after. She's out of your league, sire.
The purity of our love is above such considerations. In true love, a pure heart is all that matters. My royal poet has written several verses on the subject.
Your royal poet? What were you thinking of?
So, the prince searched his meagre kingdom for the finest gift to present to the Imperial Princess.
Left. Go left.
Oh, sire, as your royal wildlife manager, I must advise you that this is not a good idea.
But this nightingale has the sweetest voice in my kingdom.
But sire, the Imperial Princess has hundreds of exotic songbirds. A single nightingale will not be enough to even catch her attention.
You may be right.
Huh? But sire, as your royal garden manager, I must advise you that the rose on your father's grave only blooms once every 5 years.
And the love that I have for the Imperial Princess only blooms once in a lifetime. Only this beautiful scent could begin to communicate the heady aroma of my love for her.
But sire, the Imperial Princess has hundreds of exotic flowers. A single rose will mean nothing to her.
Maybe you're right. We should dig up the whole bush.
The prince travelled to the Imperial Palace, determined to make the princess his bride.
Good afternoon, daughter. Are you practicing for the annual Imperial Ball?
No, Papa. We are playing visitors. It's such fun. You should stay and watch.
Visitors, eh? Very well. I always enjoy a good game.
Knock, knock! Who's there, Your Imperial Highness?
It is I, our visitor.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise, Your Imperial Highness.
What a beautiful gown, Your Imperial Highness.
Is that the one Your Imperial Highness wore to the Imperial races?
How dare you suggest an Imperial Princess would wear the same gown twice?
Have you no respect for the Imperial family?
You are banished this instant! God!
No! Imperial Highness, please! Whoa.
Oh, Papa! Look how she's upset me!
You did the right thing, daughter. Don't be upset. Why don't you do something to take your mind off it? Open some presents, perhaps.
Oh, yes! Presents! What presents have come for me today?
Out of the way. I'm on important Imperial business.
But I've come with presents for the Imperial Princess. And to ask for her hand in marriage.
Presents?
Yes.
Oh, how enchanting!
Why, it's just like the bird in your dear late Mamma's music box.
Oh, I loved that music box. This is a delightful gift. So delightful.
Oh, well, très delightful.
We are most pleased.
Servant, wind it up.
Oh. Oh, it's not mechanical. It's only real.
No!
We are most displeased.
So displeased.
Très displeased.
Ignore the dreadful thing, daughter. See what is in the other casket.
Oh, yes. Servant, open the second present.
Why, it's
Oh, it's a très,
real!
No!
It doesn't even look artificial!
This is outrageous!
so outrageous.
très outrageous.
Who would insult the imperial family with such gifts? Get them out of my sight before I banish someone!
Ah.
I'm sorry, sire. I'll get the coach.
We're not leaving. I'm not giving up. True love will find a way. You'll see. Oh. Greetings, my good man. I am an undisguised, honest worker looking for employment.
Well, we don't have any. Wait a minute. There is one vacancy.
A swineherd? Sire, you can't be serious.
I told you true love would find a way.
But sire,
You can be my assistant.
I haven't got a hat.
The princess and I only need to look into each other's eyes once again for our love to be reignited. There she is. My love.
Did you hear somebody call out to me?
But these are servants, Your Imperial Highness.
No servant would dare call out to you.
Yes, of course. You must have been imagining it.
Oh. Of course, what she really needs now to realize her love for me is a kiss.
Oh, I'll see if I can borrow a hat, sire. Is it dinner time already, sire?
Oh, this isn't dinner. It's for the princess.
Another gift. But, sire, she has already rejected all your gifts.
Oh, but this isn't a gift. I'm going to sell it to her. True love cannot fail. It has a plan.
Sire, the princess has hundreds of cooking pots. Why would she want another one? Especially if she has to pay for it.
But this is no ordinary cooking pot. Look, if you put your finger into its steam, you can smell every dish cooking on every stove in the kingdom. See? The blacksmith is having beef stew for dinner.
Huh? Oh. Oh. With extra carrots. Though it needs more salt.
Simmering, like my undying love for the princess.
Oh, huh? Listen to that tune. It's the very tune I play on my harpsichord. Go and get it for me.
But Your Imperial Highness, it's coming from the pigsty. Oh, of course. Your Imperial Highness.
Daughter, what are you doing just standing here?
I'm waiting for one of my ladies, Papa. She's gone on an errand.
A member of the Imperial family waiting? What would people think?
Oh, of course, Papa. You're so right. Come along, ladies, quickly. What is keeping that lady in waiting? Why is a member of the Imperial family waiting?
Oh, Your Imperial Highness! The music was coming from a cooking pot, and the wonder of it is, if one holds one's finger in the steam, one can smell every dish cooking on every stove in the kingdom.
Oh, superb! Oh, so clever.
Très clever.
So, where is it?
Well, there is something the swineherd wants in exchange for the pot.
What does he want? Gold? Jewels? I must have it.
10 kisses from the Imperial Princess.
What? Speak up!
10 kisses from Your Imperial Highness, Your Imperial Highness.
Outrageous! I could have him banished for just thinking such a thing. And for a mere pot that tells you what is cooking on every stove. You did say every stove. No! I refuse to pay such a price! Even if the little bells do play that pretty tune. Oh, it is a pretty tune, is it not? I must have that pot!
She's coming. I can feel it. And her love for me will be awakened with just a single kiss.
Sire, if you only need one kiss, why have you asked for 10?
Oh, I do only need one.
But I don't want her to feel she has to stop at one.
Listen, I hear footsteps.
All right, 10 kisses from my ladies in waiting for the pot. But that's all.
I'm sorry, that won't do at all. It must be 10 kisses from you, or I couldn't possibly part with the pot.
Are you trying to get yourself banished?
Perhaps you'd like to test out the pot for yourself? See? If you put your finger in the steam.
Fish pie! In the Imperial Dressmaker's oven! I must have this pot! Oh! Ladies, gather round me! Quickly, form a screen!
What? No mood lighting?
Mwah! Ooh. If anybody finds out about this, there will be some serious banishing. Now, let's get on with it.
Oh!
I believe this is mine. Come along, ladies. We're starving.
I'm sorry, sire.
What a fool I was.
Well...
Of course she couldn't realize her love for me. After putting her finger in the steam from the pot, she was too hungry.
Oh.
An egg white omelette? The Chancellor? He must be on a diet. Excellent. I can tease him later.
Truly a wondrous pot, Your Imperial Highness.
indeed, Your Imperial Highness. The swineherd is quite clever.
Swineherd? A member of the Imperial household has been associating with a swineherd?
You've been associating with a swineherd? This is outrageous! Oh,
Have you no respect for the Imperial family?
you are banished! Guards!
Meanwhile, in the Imperial pigsty, the prince was already hard at work on another way to win the princess's heart.
Huh?
No, not just any rattle. This rattle plays every waltz, polka, and two-step ever written.
Oh, can't we just go home, sire?
Not while the music of love in my heart makes me want to dance for joy.
Ooh, I'm going to shred that royal poet's hat when we get home.
The music from the pot's bells drew the princess to me before. This rattle will make her my dance partner in love forever.
Oh, right, that's the waltz I've been practicing for the annual Imperial Ball. Where is it coming from?
From the Imperial pigsty, Your Imperial Highness.
Well, I am having no more dealings with that swineherd. None at all. Oh, that's my favorite waltz. No, I refuse to have any more dealings at all with that swineherd. Huh. Just go and ask him how much it costs.
Not that I'm interested, merely curious.
Yes, you! What are you waiting for? Now! And be quick about it. And no kisses!
Daughter, do I again find you merely standing around?
Papa! No! No! I'm not standing around. I'm on my way back inside to practice my dancing for the annual Imperial Ball. Ladies? Ow! Oh! Oh, you're useless!
I'm sorry, Your Imperial Highness. It's difficult without the music.
Ooh, I can't believe both my orchestras are on tour.
Perhaps, Your Imperial Highness, I could hum the waltz for you.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. What I need is that rattle. Where is...
Your Imperial Highness, the swineherd, he...
Speak up. What does he want for this rattle?
100 kisses from Your Imperial Highness.
Outrageous! Unbelievable! Unspeakable! For a rattle that plays one stupid waltz!
Actually, Your Imperial Highness, it plays every dance ever written in the history of the world.
Every? Ever? No! Never! I refuse!
10 kisses from Her Imperial Highness and the other 90 from her ladies-in-waiting.
The price is 100 kisses, all from the princess.
Oh, please don't make me tell her that.
I'm sorry. 100 kisses from the princess herself, or no rattle.
100 kisses, sire?
This time, I'm not taking any chances.
I refuse! I absolutely refuse!
Ah, daughter, it's only 4 weeks away now, you know.
4 weeks? If anybody finds out about this ever, you will be so banished. Ladies, gather round, form a screen.
Oh, curse these new shoes! Imperial ladies in waiting in a pigsty? What could be more improper? What could be more outrageous? What could they be doing? Now, what is going on?
67. 68.
A common swineherd and the Imperial Princess! Is there no respect for the Imperial family? Banished! Banished forever! Forever and a day!
But, Papa, I'm your daughter.
From this day, the Imperial family has no daughter!
Oh, what is to become of me now? I have nothing! Except this stupid rattle!
I'll look after you. I'll bring you home with me and marry you.
Marry me? You? How could you possibly think I would marry a common swineherd?
Oh.
And in that moment, the prince saw the princess for what she really was, and his love for her vanished.
So you would kiss a complete stranger for his toys, but you would refuse true love when it was honestly offered. You truly are the worst kind of snob.
How dare you talk to me like that? I am an Imperial princess!
Not anymore, you're not. Shall I get the carriage, sire?
Sire? Did he just call you sire?
Yes, he did. For I am a prince. I took the lowly job as swineherd to be close to you and win your heart.
Oh, but if you are a prince, I mean, this changes everything.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't change your cold heart.
No, but you can't just leave me here with nothing except a rattle.
Take this money. It will buy you food and a roof over your head for a while at least.
It's not very much.
If you had not closed your heart to true love, you could have had everything I possess.
But sire... Oh, all right. If it means we get to go home.
Goodbye, princess.
I'm going right off this tune.
I think my royal poet is going to have to write some new poems about love.
I assure you, sire, he's working on one already.
And I know that is a true story, because I have read the poem. And a very good poem it was too. For true love comes in many guises, and the heart that cannot recognize it is very poor indeed.